Now then, welcome back to another episode of Agrarian Skies 2. Welcome back, folks. How you all doing? Well, today, I was planning on doing something else, but I'd like to continue kind of where we left off with this Wraith Cage, or Wrath Cage. I figured out you've got to feed it the Aram. You've got to feed it the Aram, and you've also got a redstone connector to turn it on and off, and things like that. So I came up with an idea of what I can do, as we're making basically a wisp spawner here. And the things that we get from killing the wisps are these ethereal essences. And all ethereal essences have an element of Aram. I'm going to be saying that wrong all the way through. If I'm saying it wrong now, I'm going to be saying it all the way through. Aram. Aram, yeah. This is quite easy to get hold of, because every single one of these has 2 Aram, okay? And all of the wisps that we're going to be getting from the cage are pretty cool. I've already been running it for a little while, just to test it out, to make sure it's working properly, and everything like that. And now, have I got any more Aram? No, I don't. Okay, well, I'm going to need some more of that to test it out to show you. Let's get half of them. There we go. Well, if we smelt these down in an alchemical furnace, what we end up with is pure Aram. Aram. Yes, pure Aram. What we're going to get is pure Aram. And as the pure Aram comes into here, we are then going to take it and fill up a warded jar. But why am I doing it this way round? As soon as the jar runs out, then it stops making the spawner work, which is how it works. How it does it all. This is how the machine runs. What I want to do is automate it a little bit, because I love to automate things when I get a chance. Wait, jump up, get out. Okay. And that should then feed Aram into there. It's got 5 now. It's soaked up all that. There we go. And the first few wisps have been formed. They go down and they get killed. Just the same as the older one, except these are normal wisps instead of hell wisps. These are wisps of any type, I believe. So they give us all sorts of different things going on in there, which is awesome. But as soon as the Aram runs out, it stops producing. That's the way it works. So I'm getting all of these wispy essences in the AE system because of the machine down there. But what I really want, what I want instead, is all of the other goodness that comes out of it, in the form of, well, limus, and air, and bestia, and humanus, and all the other, like, secondary essences that we get from these ethereal essences. So what I'm planning on doing is taking a little automation out down here, okay? So I'm going to change this to power only, so that we've got some sort of chest behind here that receives all of the goodies that they get. A chest behind here as well. So this will just be power in, and it will only accept power in, not take the items out and put it in the AE system. And bring a pipe probably around here somewhere, so that it's going through the middle. Yeah. Bring some tubes from here and bring it over here, so that we can auto-smelt the stuff and make it into something. First thing I'm going to do, though, is make another platform coming out here. So I'm going to start with that. Got my super building one that we picked up from a quest reward a little while ago, and I'm just going to make myself a little platform. Now, what I want to try and do is take Essentia crystallizers, and I'm making 5 of them here. They'll charge up nicely, good. And automatically feed them out into the system, hopefully. Let's take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just in case. Right, so what I've set up down here, we've got a large platform for me to expand my Thorncraft operations. Yes, good. I've brought the pipe out here, and I've put a jar there for now. I might go with an Essentia reservoir or something later if it needs it. But if one jar's enough, then that's going to be okay. I might put a void jar there if I've got enough to power that and everything's running properly. I don't know yet. I don't know what I want exactly yet. But what I do know is I want the Aram Absentia to go into the alembic here, and then go up the pipe and out into the jar, or directly into the wraith cage, or wrath cage, so that it's constantly feeding the wrath cage. And then what I want is the transfer nodes here to be attached to these chests. Yeah, I want it underneath, that's why I put them down there. So that anything that picks up in here, like this stuff, is going to go straight into the node and head on out into one of these. Any one, whichever one it can go in. So there's 5 of them to choose from. That's the plan anyway. I don't know if I need to come up into the area. It depends now, because the Essentia crystallizers drop the Essentia out of it. So if I'm putting Essentia crystallizers up there like that, then it should receive that and just make it drop down, spit it out. And so I want a hopper going into an interface there. So the final thing that goes in, well, this system in the AE system, it delivering charcoal and picking up crystals of Essentia. And the crystals of Essentia will then get stored in the AE system for me to use elsewhere as like recipe components and spell. When I need a load of Essentia of a certain type, I can just set it to smelt down that particular Essentia instead of having all the spares. That's the plan, anyway. I'm just not 100% sure on how I want to lay it out yet. So I'm going to start by just smelting up some of this kind of ethereal essence and try and get the right one in here. That's the wrong one in there. Dang it. Okay. Well, that's okay. That's okay. We got this. We'll have these spit out. When it's done, it'll fire up, spit out a crystallized version of Aram. And then I can put that back in there to make sure that goes through. That one can just pop out now. Come on. Anytime today. How long do these things take? Come on. You can clear. I don't want you in there. Thank you. Does it just take one? It's got 6 in there. It only does them one at a time. I don't know if there's a way of speeding this up. But that is definitely doing it. Because you've got the colour on the crystals and all that kind of stuff. It's going to crystallise it, but where's it going to fall? Probably going to need just a hopper to catch it when it falls. If it falls directly, it falls out that side. Okay, so in that case then, where did that go? In that case, I think I just lost the whole thing. Dang it. Okay, in that case, I want to have a hopper connected to an interface under there. So, either a chain of hoppers and an interface or the other way around. I think a chain of hoppers will probably work. A good old chain of hoppers. I don't have any hoppers at all right now. Let's make some chests. 64 chests. Why not? It's not like I'm ever going to need them, but I've got plenty of materials. Right. So, we're going to have... we'll have an interface over here, let's say. Okay. Where is it falling? It's falling through? Okay, that's not good. Let's see. That there. There we go. That'll do it. Actually, I probably won't need the last one. We'll get rid of that one. Okay, so now almost wherever it's going to fall into this hopper chain and end up here. And then I can put an interface to go back into the AE system in a bit. That's the plan anyway. Alright, so, next one. Spit it out, put it in the hopper chain. Let me see it work. Let me see this work. Hopper collect. Otherwise I'm going to have to use something like blood magic sucky uppy thing. Or the hopper hock, which requires mana. I probably want to use the blood ritual. There we go, we've got it. Yes, okay. So we've got the crystal there, that's good. Awesome. And that is finishing off what it's supposed to be doing there. Now if I put this in there, if I put this crystallized shard in there, is that going to go into the first alembic or the other alembic that it's allowed to go into? Because that alembic's got 4 in at the minute. This has used it up and gone straight into that alembic. Yes. Okay, that's the alembic I don't want it to go into. So I'm just going to clear that one off for now. Let that run, and I'm going to pop this one off. There we go. And I'll probably have to do this for all of them. But so what? Never mind. I'm going to lose a little bit of stuff. There we go. That should go into there. Yep, we'll get rid of that. Pop. And then it should have... Aha! Good point. I've got that connected still. So as it's smelting that up, it's going off to the jar that it can go in. Okay. Has that put anything into this jar yet? No. Let's put this on here. Take that off for a bit. Just so I don't have any going straight away to where it's needed. I want to connect those back up again later. Let's put in some more, shall we? I only want one, actually. Let's see. There it is. Okay, so we've got that. Now I can put a sticker on that, so that's where that's always going to go. And then that's going to get connected up to this. And then that's going to go to the jar. And then the jar is the only place that can go. Okay, we're getting somewhere. And then anything that isn't Aram will go into this one. And that will then get crystallized. So that in particular is going incognito. Yeah, that might work. So that's the basic idea of what I'm planning. And then with these guys here, I can do the same thing, I hope. Let's take this off. Thank you. Let's disconnect it from there for now. And then let's put this into that. That should give us a RAM straight away. And then I can put that on there. And then put this back on the top. Like that. And reconnect this one there. Okay. And I just need to do that with all the others now. And then connect this up round here. So that we've got all of the goodies coming this way, and they can come directly into the machines here. I don't know whether to leave a space there or not. I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay to do it this way round. So I'll just bring this across here, and that should then feed in anything it's got into any available inventory along this route. And five should be able to keep up with it, I should think. 5 will keep up with it. Anyway, let me finish fixing these up so we've got this all set up, and I'll give it a little run and see what happens. Alrighty, well, I know you can connect these Essentia to an inventory, but I do like how it just pops out as well. I like the popping out bit. It might be similar to doing these, you see. These spit the things out, and I like the look of it. So rather than connecting these directly to the hoppers, and having the hopper chain run, or directly to some kind of interface or inventory or something, I'm doing it this way to have a look around. Have a look at it doing this thing this way around. We should be okay now though, because it's all seemingly set up. We're having a backlog of Aram there. I've got all sorts of essences being put into these chests. I've put a load in there so that it can just go and smelt it all out. But one thing I did read, to make this process faster, we can charge it with TerraViz. So I got myself a Viz relay and a Viz relay interface and my cable, and I thought about having a go at trying to make it a bit faster. So I'm going to plan on hooking it up to the system here. I don't know how this is going to work, how this is going to look, but I think it might be cool. So I'm going to give it a go. And I'm doing it live, as always. I'm doing it live. Let's go there. There we go. Okay, so now I take my memory card. Yeah, that one. And I'm going to go and select one of these. Ooh, can I get up there? I'm going to select one of these nodes that we've got running constantly over here. Let's select this side. Hold on, that's got 5 Terra. And obviously these are going to be bigger, but this one's got 9 Terra. So let's take this one here. Yep, save successfully. And then let's get back up and out. Going out the window, it's fun. Yeah, down. Okay, and then we're going to set this onto this one. Settings loaded. Okay, now, does it just do it? No. Doesn't just do it. It did say Viz. This taking Essentia, supplying it with Terra Viz will greatly increase its speed. Okay, so it's not doing it by giving it Viz in that way. It must be by giving it from it in that way. So we'll change that around in a sec. Let's connect that up. That should now start the sparks from flying. Start the sparks flying. I'm going to start feeding it. Going to start working. You're going to start working, or did I turn it off? I may have turned it off. Let me go and check. I may have turned it off. Did I turn that off? Turn that back on. You've got some aram in ya. Should be stocking up. Come on, should be stocking up. There's plenty of it in here. Should be a direct feed over there. Should be okay. I wonder why I've done that now then. Maybe because I just turned that on instead of off. Maybe I need to turn that off to stop that from having any problems. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. It's not receiving. Maybe I've got an issue somewhere, backlog or something like that needs a block update. We'll see. I'll test that out again in a bit later. This obviously doesn't work, so I'll disconnect that, but I will try a different tact. I will have an Essentia provider instead. Can I get this, please? Give me that. Okay, that doesn't come off with a wrench in the same way. Okay, so instead of that, let's have a jar with Terra getting put into it instead. So, we got any jars in here? Yeah, let's have a jar. And I want an export bus. There we go. Okay. And I will select Terra, fill the jar full of Terra. Thank you. And then we'll try and export Terra directly to this jar so that it keeps it full. Let's go into here, set that to export Terra, and then put that jar on there. Now, is that going to make it go faster? Maybe. Maybe. Can't really tell. Can't really tell if they're going faster. But apparently, something like that, isn't it? If you can see which way round I'm doing it wrong, let me know in the comments below. Alright, and this, as for this, what am I going to do with this? Let's get another jar and fix that as best we can. Jar. Let's take another warded jar. And we should be able to put some aram in here. Let's have it so that it's topping up like this, shall we? Is that receiving? It's not receiving anything from over here. Maybe because it's disconnected from the overall piping system because of this silly piping system that they've got these days. You see, that should all be making aram. Yeah, it's got aram in there, but it's not taking the aram out because this is full, maybe? Maybe because this is full. Let's take that out. Right, now, does it go and take it and put it into there over that way? Is it gonna do it? Is it gonna do it? These are all full up of aram now. Nearly. But this should also be filling up with aram. No. Let's get rid of that as well then. Is this just off and that's why I can't do it? That's off. Oh yeah, see. That's on. Receive. Dang it. Receive. Maybe it can't receive directly from jars. And I know I could make it work from next to it when I put that on. Oh, now it's draining directly from there. But it's not going to be refilling so easily. Okay. So that's full up. Now it's actively filled. Now it's active as well. Okay. These new pipes and their suction and all that don't really make sense to me. Oh, we're using some anyway. So we're making a start. Okay. Let's get some glass to fill that hole in for a minute. Yeah, because I threw the last ones away. Okay. Well, it's an interesting design, an interesting concept, if nothing else. Just got to fiddle around with it until I get it to work properly and figure out what exactly terror this requires. Let's allow to void. No, don't void. I think maybe they are working a bit faster. Just maybe. They're working pretty quick because look at all this crystallized essence I'm getting already. And that means that all this crystallized essence then becomes useful to me in the system. I've got to connect a storage bus to it. And that way I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items on this channel coming from this main row here. But I like it. I like the way it's working. I like the concept of it. I've just got to figure out how to get the Essentia to move in the right directions. Because it seems to be getting stuck in these. Doesn't seem to be emptying out of these very much, does it? And that is my issue. That is my major malfunction here. Maybe I need a reservoir or something that can then be popped on and feed from there. Maybe it's something obvious. Maybe you can tell me in the comments below the obviousness of what I've done wrong. I don't know. We shall see. Something else I wanted to test out and talk to you about today was a few of the quests and things. I figure we've got next week to finish off all of the quests in the book because there's the Jam Pack 2 contest running at the minute. And as you may or may not notice, I've done 9 reviews, 9 first looks at Jam Pack 2 mod packs just recently, and I've done that so that I can pick out the next mod pack, and you guys can pick out the next mod pack that's going to be preceding Agrarian Skies 2. Agrarian Skies 2 follows on from what I was doing with Material Energy Cubed, Material Energy Hypercubed, and before all that, like a Crash Landing. So we had Crash Landing, quest-related quest-related map, as it were. Then Jam Pack 2 came out, Jam Packed came out, and I had Material Energy Cubed, and that was a good success. That was me picking the winner of Jam Packed. This year, I'm not so sure I know which is going to be the winner. There's no clear winner for me as such. So I've made these review videos so that you guys can have a look around at whatever there is in the packs that I've been looking at, and you can potentially play them a little bit as well to tell me what you think is the favourite. And then I can go off that and also my own instincts as to which pack I like to pick. So the Jam Pack 2 contest is up at the end of next week. I've got videos, one a day, first 15 minutes look into those 9 packs altogether. So the ones you've seen so far this week and the ones you'll see next week. 9 packs I've tested out and had a look at. 9 packs that I would consider playing. Well, maybe only 5 of them. After testing them, maybe only 5 of them are there. Maybe I'll do a top 5 and let you guys then do a little bit of voting in the comments down below to tell me which pack should follow on from Agrarian Skies 2. And why am I getting a flashing light like that? Like my... I've got night vision. Okay. I don't know why I've got night vision, but I've got night vision. Maybe it's some adverse effects of something or other. Anyway, yeah, so once we've completed all the quests in Agrarian Skies, and I've finished off this little base, which I think we can probably manage in the next couple of weeks, maybe even the next week, then we'll move on to a Jam Packed 2 pack. And that is what we'll be focusing on from then on in this kind of series. The other series for Minecraft, we will be doing something with the Druid's Tale. I've been playing around with the mod pack, the Magic Farm 3 mod pack, and some of my old saves from a Druid's Tale, and trying to get them all to work together, and it's not looking very good. So it looks like I'm going to be playing with Magic Farm 3 on its own and start a whole fresh new Druid's Tale adventure. I suppose I can still always revisit the older world saves from the other packs that we've played with Druid's Tale in and tie them in story-wise a little bit. But all I'm saying is that Druid's Tale is coming soon. It'll probably be after Minecon. And I've only got a week until Minecon. So after Minecon I'll probably start recording a Druid's Tale and be putting the finishing touches to Agrarian Skies 2, and then moving on to whichever pack seems to be the best out of Jam-Packed 2. Okay, so we'll have a Druid's Tale and a Jam-Packed 2 pack running at the same time in a couple of weeks. Alright guys, well thank you very much for watching. If you've got any more comments, then please leave them down below, and if you've got any likes, make sure you hit that button real hard today to let me know that you heard what I've got to say. I'll see you very soon with another episode. Have a great weekend. Bye guys.